Hello everyone and welcome back in this new video. In this video I'm going to show you the first things to do after installing CachyOS. Let's begin. So if you have multiple monitors, the first thing that you want to do is right click on the desktop and click on display configuration and configure the monitors correctly. For example, my smaller monitor, here it says it's on the right, but actually it's on my left. So I have to click edit arrangement and then I move the monitor to the correct position and I click apply. And boom, now my monitor is in the correct position. And also from here you can change the settings of the monitor, you can change if they are the primary screen or not. In my case, the bigger one is the primary screen. You can change the resolution, the scaling, the orientation, the refresh rate. If you have an HDR capable monitor, you can configure it from here. You can also change the color accuracy and you can also change other settings. So the second thing that I want to do is to change the mouse acceleration. I don't like it. So we've already opened the settings application, so we can just click on back here and go into the mouse and touchpad. And here it's a bit weird, you have to click on the device here and choose your gaming mouse or your mouse. It's called gaming mouse in my case. I'm going to select my mouse in the device section here and I'm going to disable the acceleration option here. And boom, now I don't have the mouse acceleration anymore. So as you can see, if I shake my mouse, it gets bigger and bigger, and some people think that this is a bug, but it's not. It's actually a feature, and you have the same feature on macOS as well. So if you come from macOS, you might be familiar with this feature. And basically this feature serves the purpose of if you lose your mouse cursor and you don't see it anymore, you can just shake the mouse and see it because it becomes bigger. So how to disable it? I don't need this feature. So we go on accessibility here, we click on shake pointer and we disable it. And then we click apply again. And as you can see now, it doesn't become bigger anymore. So the next thing that I want to do is change the mouse cursor because the default CachyOS cursor is too small and also I don't like it. So let's open the settings and let's go into colors and themes. Let's click on pointers and boom, here we have some mouse cursors already installed. The default KDE Plasma cursor is this one, it's called Breeze Dark, which I think it's already much better. But also there's a cursor that I like even more than Breeze Dark. And on KDE Plasma, you can easily install them from clicking on these three little points, or if you make the window bigger on Get New. So if you have the smaller window, you just click on the 3 points here and click on Get New. And this will open a little like store for the mouse cursor. So there is a cursor that is called Bibata, which I really like. And this is one, Bibata Modern Classic, and as you can see, this is literally like a tiny little store for this mouse cursor. You also have the same store for the icons and for the window decoration and for basically anything in KDE Plasma. So let's open it back again, let's type Bibata again, and this is a mouse cursor that I really like. And to install it, we just click on the install, and this shows more options. You have to select the .tar.xz option, which is the Linux version, because here it also lists the Windows version for some weird reason. But we need this classic.tar.xz version, which is the Linux one. So I'm gonna click on install on that one, and boom, now it's installed. And here it is, Bibata Modern Classic. I click on apply. And yeah, I really like this cursor, so yeah, I'm gonna use this one. But also be aware that not all of the mouse cursors listed here will work, because some of them are very old and they're not updated, and so keep this in mind. The next thing that I want to change is the animation speed, because in CachyOS it's super fast and it's actually too fast, and I don't like it. So I'm going to decrease the animation speed, and to do that we open the settings, and we can do it from the quick settings here. We have an animation speed thing here, and as you can see it's set to instant, so we might want to put it back a little bit. Let's see this. Okay, I think I like this. Yeah, this is a bit too slow. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, this is much better for me. The next thing that I want to change is the panel height, or the taskbar height if you're coming from Windows, because it's a bit too short. So we're gonna right click on the panel here, and then we're gonna click on Show Panel Configuration. And here we can change the height of the panel. So this is 30 pixels. I'm gonna change it to 40. And yeah, this is already much better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at 40, yes. And also I'm going to change the opacity from adaptive to translucent, because I always want the panel to be translucent. And so the next thing that I'm going to change is actually the translucency and the blur effect, because KDE Plasma has a blur effect. So let's open the settings and let's type blur here. We're gonna click on desktop effects and then we're gonna type blur again. And here it is, blur. We're gonna click here to configure it. And here you can change the blur strength, the noise strength, and the saturation. I'm actually going to disable the noise because I don't like it. I'm going to put the blur strength to like 3 things here, to 3 lines. I'm gonna click on apply, I'm gonna click OK. And also the next thing that I want to change related to the blur is the right click menu, because as you can see now it's like white and depending on your theme it changes color. But I want this to be transparent and blurred. So I'm going to click on the settings here and I'm going to go again into the colors and themes. I'm gonna click on the application style. And here we have selected the Breeze theme, which is the default KDE Plasma theme. And we're going to click on the pen right here. And we're gonna go into transparency. I like to put this at like half. Okay, so I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna close the settings. And as you can see, this is now transparent. It's not blurred because I have to log out and log back in, which is what I'm going to do right now. So I've just logged out and logged back in. And look at this, now it's properly blurred. So the next setting that we're going to change is the Numlock setting. So I like to use the numpad pretty often to type numbers, and it's not going to get activated or turned on by default. So I want every time I boot the operating system to turn it on by default. So to change that, we're going to click on the keyboard here. And here we have an option called Numlock on startup. And here we're going to click on turn on. And then we're gonna apply. So this means that every time that I turn on my computer, the numlock will be turned on as well. The next thing we're going to do is to apply our Plasma settings to the login screen. This is especially useful if you have multiple monitors so that you can have the correct position of the monitors on the login screen, but also for the numlock thing, so that now that we have enabled the numlock to be turned on by default, if we apply the Plasma settings to the login screen, then the login screen will also turn it on automatically. To do that, let's go down in the settings and let's click on login screen. And then we're gonna click on apply Plasma settings and let's click on apply. We put the password and that's it. And the next thing that I'm going to do is to change the theme from the light mode to the dark mode, because at the moment this is still light mode, but I want to use the dark mode. So we just open the settings and we have a quick place to change this easily. We can just click on Breeze Dark here in the quick settings option. We click on apply and boom, now the system is in dark mode. And it also changed my cursor theme, which I don't like. So let's go back to the pointers and let's put back Bibata Modern Classic. Okay, here we are. So the next thing that we're going to install is the CachyOS Gaming Meta package. It is a package that CachyOS offers that contains many packages actually. And it's going to install Steam, it's going to install the Heroic Games Launcher, it's going to install many things. It's also going to install the Proton CachyOS version and many other things and tweaks that is going to apply to the system to make it better for gaming. And it's going to do everything for you. On other distros, you might have to set this up manually, but on CachyOS, you can just install one package and you already have it all from the beginning. So let's do that. So to do that, we are going to open the start menu and type hello here, because we need to open the CachyOS Hello application that boots up every time you start up the computer. And we can also disable that here. Now we have to click on Apps and Tweaks, and we're going to click on Install Gaming Packages. This is going to install, as I've said, the CachyOS Gaming Meta package. So let's put the password. Okay. Then we type Y here in the terminal that has just appeared. And it's going to install everything for you. So you just have to wait until the installation finishes. Okay, so it has finished installing everything. I'm gonna click press enter to exit. So let's click enter and boom, it's done. So the last thing related to gaming that I want you to know is that KDE Plasma has added an option here in the controller settings. Actually, I don't have it right now. They have added these settings which allows you to use the controller as like a keyboard, so you can use KDE Plasma with a controller. And this also fixes the screen going black if you game for a while, because there was a problem in KDE Plasma in the past where the controller was not seen as an input. So sometimes in some games the screen would go black after like a set of time because the computer thought that you were doing nothing since it wasn't seeing the controller as an input. And this feature basically fixes that and also allows you to use KDE Plasma with a controller. The problem is that some games might have double input, so this feature is not perfect at the moment, and the KDE developers are working on fixing that. That's why it's not enabled by default. But be aware, if you see that your computer screen goes black after a certain time of gaming with a controller, just enable this feature, and if you don't have double input, then it's fine. So the last thing that I want to show you in this video is the power options. I've just mentioned the screen going black and blah blah blah. So let's actually change these power options. So the first thing is I'm going to open the system tray here, and here we have a power management thing. So we're going to click on this, and I usually like to boost it to the performance mode. If you're on a laptop, maybe you want to keep it balanced unless you're gaming, just to, you know, have more battery life, so keep this in mind. I'm on a desktop and I want the raw maximum performance. I'm going to put this at performance. So the next thing is actually going to the settings app and clicking on power management. And here you can tweak everything. So here we can dim the screen automatically after 5 minutes of inactivity and turn off the screen completely so it goes black after 10 minutes, which I think it's fine. And here in the suspend section we can change the behavior of the computer when it's inactive. So right now the computer is going to go to sleep after 15 minutes of inactivity. So if you experience problems with like the sleep mode, like it doesn't wake up, you can just put do nothing and the screen is just gonna go black and the system is not gonna go to sleep. And the last important thing to do is actually to open the Firefox browser and install an extension that is called Plasma Integration. So it's going to integrate your Firefox browser or also the other browsers that you're going to install later into your KDE Plasma desktop. So on Firefox, you just click on the extension button here, you click on Discover Extension and you search for Plasma. And here on the Plasma Integration, you can click on the Plasma Integration extension and you click on Add to Firefox and we click Add again and boom. Now we have the KDE Plasma Integration extension. So if you, for example, open up a YouTube video, you will have an audio applet here, which is going to show you what video you're watching, the thumbnail of the video, and also you have the commands for the video available. So for example, you can move ahead the video, you can skip the video, you can like enable the loop for the video if you want it to be looped. So this is going to integrate the Firefox browser better with the KDE Plasma desktop. So this is everything for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if it has been helpful to you, please leave a like and subscribe because it really helps the channel grow a lot. I'm going to see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.